Oh, that's great. A little trouble here. Good morning. Call this meeting of the Bucks County Retirement Board, December 15th, 2021 meeting to order. Is there any public comment on our agenda today? Seeing none, is there a motion for the acceptance of the minutes of the November 17th, 2021 Retirement Board?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Can we have the secretary's report for November?
Hello, Commissioner. Good morning. I have the report, the Bucks County Employees Retirement System transactions for November 2021. The total amount of contributions received from members in November 2021 was $1,326,527. The total amount of member contributions refunded in November 2021 was $100,463, representing 11 former county employees. The total amount of monthly pension benefits issued in November 2021 was $4,030,263, representing 1,736 retirees. The following people retired in November 2021. Deborah Paula Dearment, Planning Commission, 5 years, 6 months, 25 days. Jennifer E. Lamoth, Health Department, 21 years, 7 days. David K. Rupp, Main Jail, 20 years, 27 days. Alan C. Simpson, Information Technology, 13 years, 11 months, 18 days. Kenneth Snyder Jr., Main Courts, 3 years, 9 months, 18 days. Stephen L. Weiss, Neshaminy Manor, 5 years, 1 month, 2 days. The total amount of death benefit payments issued in November 2021 was $3,327, representing 3 deceased retirees. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to give us an update or?
I have an update on the retirement fund.
Sure.
So the fund balance as of market, or the market value as of January 1st, 2021 was $931,216,331. The market value as of November 30th, 2021 was $1,038,035,103. The gain for the year has been $125,939,962. The gain for the month was $4,097,115. The performance for the year is up 13.52%, which is strong. We have to hit a minimum of 7.5. And then the performance for the month was up 0.4%. As of market close yesterday, it was still up $1,045,000,000. This is my last meeting. I wanted to point out when I joined this board, January 1st, 2018, the fund balance was $779 million. So our growth during that time has been exceptional and kept pace. Thanks.
That's amazing. Is there a motion to accept the secretary's report?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a request? We have request to purchase leave of absence and part-time service for Meredith Cacciati.
One moment. Ms. Cacciati is requesting to purchase her part-time county service from June 18th, 2013 through November 29th, 2013 at a cost of $1,039.25, and her leave of absence from March 31st, 2020 through May 1st, 2020 at a cost of $729.42. The total cost for both purchases is $1,768.67. If approved, she plans to complete her purchase with a lump sum payment for the total of $1,768.67.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions or anything? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And a consideration of Carl Stokes' military service time.
You give me one moment. Yes, for that, the recommendation is to approve military service time of 2 years, 8 months, and 27 days for Carl Stokes.
Is there a motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And approval of the county's annual required contribution, the ARC, for the year 2021.
Per Act 96 of 1971, Purden 16, Section 11656, the board may, by January 31st of each year, determine the rate of regular interest to be allowed member contribution accounts for the calendar year such rate of regular interest not to be less than 4%, nor more than 5.5% per year. It's currently set at 4%.
Any questions? Okay, is there a motion to approve? And
Second?
is it the 4%?
Did we jump ahead? There was an approval for the ARC for 2021, and then we jumped into interest rate?
Interest rate, right. So I thought, Kim, did you give us a piece of paper with the ARC on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have it?
I didn't receive anything on the ARC.
It's the Schedule F part.
Schedule F determines the certified actuarially determined contribution of $14,745,841 for 2021. I want to point out, this was probably the best move on the part of the board in the last 4 years, and that is to pay the ARC as we go throughout the year. This has been paid through installments, either monthly or quarterly. This is paid. This is in. And the benefit of this is our fund has grown 13.5% this year. So these ARC contributions participated in that growth.
Oh, that's great.
Kim, is there anything else that needs to be articulated from this?
We've currently already funded the entire ARC for 2021, if approved.
If approved.
So we need that in form of a motion to approve the ARC for 2021. So is there a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
I didn't know who's second. I'm going to wait till new matters.
Okay. So we're up on the interest rate. Is there a motion, and did we want to do 4% or?
We don't, I think we took a motion and made a second. I don't think we voted on the ARC.
I was unclear what the percent was. I think that's like when we stopped.
Okay.
Had we settled on that 4%?
There's a range of 4 to 5.5%. It's currently and has been set at 4 for the last few years.
Okay. So is there a motion and to keep it at 4%?
So moved.
Wait, I should clarify this. There was already a motion. There was already a second, correct? So we're just clarifying that it's 4%. So all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. We need to do the meeting dates for 2022, everybody. And is there a motion to approve those dates?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Are there other matters to come before the board?
Yes, Commissioner, I'd like to, going back to the payment plan for the ARC that we did in 2021, I went back through our minutes, and in 2020, we had discussed this option, right? That we would, rather than make the payment at the end of the year like we had in the past, that we would break it out over the year. And at that time, there was a discussion to bring in Korn Ferry to present to us an actuarial look at whether we should do it monthly or quarterly. Well, over this past year, we did do it monthly. It was never done quarterly. We never decided as a board how we should do that. But it's affecting my office and it's affecting our cash flow projections over time. So I would like us to really firm up going into 2022, bringing on Korn Ferry to present the actuarial presentation of where the fund will be. And that way we can properly plan whether it's 12 equal installments monthly or quarterly payments to cover the ARC, because that is not what's currently happening. The payments have been all over the place, quite honestly. So I'd like to see us get a better handle on that for better planning of the overall general fund.
You could establish either 4 or 12 level payments, but you're still going to have to true up in December.
That's fine, but we had one payment of $20,000 one month, and the next month it was 1.5.
1.5, like, so can we, do you have any clarity?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
We get the estimate in September, and that gives the projection for the coming year. And we can talk to you can talk to Korn Ferry about leveling out those payments.
We talked about it as a board to bring them in, but because of the pandemic, we never did. That's my point.
Can you use the microphone? Wait, maybe there, or one.
So the estimated ARC for next year per Corn Ferry, and it's just estimated, is $11 million. So it actually decreased over what it was this year, based on we had put the money in, it was earning interest, and how the market has been doing. So the estimate is 11 million. They won't firm that up until July or August or September of 2022. So we have that estimate to work with. We've been funding the actuarial or the retirement payments, the annuity payments, on a monthly basis, which we would probably have to do anyway unless we want to liquidate the fund at each pay. So the retirement fund doesn't have enough cash in there at the end of each month. The fourth Wednesday of each month, we make the retirement payments to the retirees. So what we've been doing is, in order to supplement and have enough money to pay the retirees, we've been transferring the amount needed to cover the ARC during those months. Right now, we've put in the full amount of the ARC as of the end of November.
That's not, again, that's not what I'm talking about. We are fully funding the ARC. It's how it's done month to month from the Treasury side.
Yes.
That there
the
need-
reason we do that is because we don't have the money in the fund that's
There
liquid
needs
to do it.
There needs to be either a set amount or some kind of better projection for the cash flow on how we fund it, and that is not currently happening.
So we could talk to PFM at our quarterly meeting, because they would be the ones that would actually tell us where to liquidate the retirement fund money.
And that's
so that we
absolute-
would have it. So we have a meeting next week with,
Then I
PFM.
propose that we keep that, we put that on an agenda with PFM, because that's what I'm saying, is in January of 2020, when we discussed making installments for the ARC payments, we discussed as a board in the minutes to bring in Corn Ferry and to defer to PFM on whether or not we were going to do monthly payments or quarterly. And we had asked that they come in, but then because of the pandemic, they never did. So that's what I'm asking for, is in our meeting with PFM to get a better handle on how we fund the ARC throughout the year, because right now we're still not doing it, even though I don't want to represent this the wrong way. We are fully funding the ARC. That is not the issue. It's from the Treasury side with the cash flow projections of how we fund it throughout the year.
You need something that's more like a schedule that's
Yes.
stable and consistent, and that way you know how to manage and what to look for as it comes up.
Exactly, because then I'll be able to properly invest the funds and properly arrange for a payment schedule, whether it's in quarterly. It doesn't matter on the Treasury side whether it's monthly or quarterly, but that way we could invest the funds and be able to pull them as the ARC payments are due.
So we'll talk about that then. I think it's tough. I understand what Kim is also saying, that
Mm-hmm.
we have to get the payments out to the retirees, so that may not be the same payment every month. But
Right.
we'll come up with some kind of a plan. Question?
Yep. No, on another matter before the board, and as Neil already mentioned, this is his last meeting on the retirement board, and I would just like to state for the record that it's been a pleasure the last 2 years to work with you.
Thank you, I appreciate
The
that.
retirement board, but, on the prison board and the salary board as well, and I wish you all the very best in whatever you choose to do moving forward. So, but it has been an absolute pleasure being able to work with you these last 2 years.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It has been, and I'm very sad that you're leaving, but I really do appreciate all that you brought to this. We have made some major changes since you've been here, and that's been great.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Dougherty, for your professionalism and your attention to detail. It really has been very impressive the past 2 years for me.
Thank you so much. I do want to thank some other folks. Of course, I want to thank the commissioners and the treasurer with whom I've served on this board, current and prior. But the people I want to thank most are right over there. Donna comes to every meeting. She never misses a meeting. She takes meticulous notes. We have minutes, and whenever there's a dispute, we can go back to them, and without fail, they are accurate, and that is greatly appreciated. CJ makes sure everything's right prior to a retirement board meeting, and honestly, she takes care of a department in and of herself. Thank you. And of course, Kim makes these meetings happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you to your staff. Are there any other matters? Seeing none, is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.